Day 3671. I haven't made a report recently because I've been confused. Ever since the start of the experiment, Dane has remained docile. He's approached every second of his life with a childlike wonder. That's especially incredible considering that he hasn't left that test chamber in just over 10 years.
Oh, my dove Sir Galahad.
The experiment was originally intended to see what happens if you stick a person in a room and make them completely dependent on scheduled supply drops via drone. However, as the experiment continued, he seemed to not care. I expected him to be driven insane, which has happened to an extent, but not in the way that I was expecting. Now, talking to puppets was an expected outcome, and he's been doing shoddy voices for them for years, and it's been hilarious. But now he,
Spencer, what do you think of the original Star Wars trilogy? What's your favorite?
I do love Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stress that enough. I will say that it is still my least favorite.
5 months ago, almost to the day, he seemingly overnight became capable of doing flawless impressions of people that he's never met. Now, initially I was fascinated by his newfound abilities, and I wanted to see to what extent they reached. So with the next supply drop, I gave him some Sharpies and other toys to see what would happen. And,
Oh boy! A new computer!
next thing I knew, he had turned all of the cardboard boxes I had previously given him into a computer setup. So I have alerts set up on my devices for any mention of the name Dane on the internet. Obviously, I receive a lot of notifications constantly, but one time I got a notification for something called Dane and Friends. And I didn't know what it was. It was a podcast. So I listened to it. And it was Dane? Dane as in this Dane? As in the Dane locked in a room for 10 years Dane? I started watching closer to see if I could figure something out. And honest to God, I don't know how he does it. He doesn't have internet. He has cardboard.
No, not delete!
How are these podcasts being recorded? How are they being uploaded? How are they being edited? After every recording session, he goes to his computer, sits there for like 2 hours, and then he just gets up, goes to bed, and then 20 minutes later, there's a new podcast up. Okay. So that's not even the weirdest part. Remember earlier when I mentioned that he can mimic voices and that he was doing voices of people he's never met? He can do my voice And I have never spoken to him. And I'm gonna admit that's thrown me off a bit. He did 2 whole episodes with my voice talking about Halo, which is an awful franchise that is inferior to Call of Duty and Fortnite in every way. I've never spoken to him. I hand him the supply drops, I monitor him on the cameras, and that's it. As of the recording of this report, he has also somehow started a YouTube channel.
Oh, good. It checkpointed me over here. Hey, there's another one. Get the other strawberry. You haven't even gotten the other one.
Not only can he perfectly mimic voices, somehow he's uploading gameplay alongside it. I don't understand. Either he has some insane psionic abilities, or he's just fucking lucky. Are you, are you ready for the biggest kicker about this whole experiment? When we first started, I put him in the room, and I forgot to lock the door. The door's been unlocked this whole time, and he has never once tried to leave the room. Never touched the doorknob. I'll make another report if something new comes up. I'll keep watch on him, I guess. We'll see what happens.
Alright. Just send that to the boss. No, not reply all!